Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and this is my first day on antidepressants. I'm on Sertraline. Um, I'm starting to feel the side effects, which is great, obviously. Um, I remember these side effects from when I took escitalopram for a month back in 2015. Um, anyway, I met the doctor yesterday, and she prescribed these for me. It's hard being a doctor and be a patient because you're supposed to just like forget everything that you know, uh, and at the same time like it's a colleague of yours, so it is kind of weird. What is good about this person is that she works with the company's healthcare system, which is separate from the regional healthcare system. So she is not connected to like people that I know. Also, what is good is that she has a contact with my boss directly, but she always asks me before she says what she thinks to him, so that I don't need to bring up like how to deal with my work with my boss. So basically, she just acts the middleman, and that's been such a relief because it's not easy for me to like explain what I need, know like what rights to like what changes can be done at the workplace. I don't really know, and I feel weird having to like give ideas of how to change things because I'm feeling like super guilty about the whole thing. So I'm taking a step back to not feel guilty that I'm leaving my other colleagues to work more, um, and to not feel guilty about not being able to perform as well as I could before. Um, so I'm trying to take a step back. I'm not going to be in the emergencies, the like the acute times. Um, for the next few weeks, I'll be just doing book times. Also, we decided that we would um, like like remove the last time of the day so that I can use it for my administration, and so that maybe I can leave a little bit earlier and like get some fresh air and sun before the day is over. And what's good is that it's spring, so soon, like when I come back from work, it will feel like the day is not over yet. Because at the moment I go back home and I just fall asleep. Um, so I'm trying to get the energy that I can. I'm not too thrilled to be on antidepressants because of my previous experience with it, but at this point I don't care anymore. So the only thing I have to lose is my reputation, and that's about it. Unfortunately, I am getting kind of weird side effects, but it's the side effects that I had last time, so they must be just like individual to me, I guess, uh, which kind of sucks. Um, and I'm not going to go into more detail about that because that's my private medical history, but it's um, it's just difficult to be a doctor at the same time as you're like you know so too much. Like I know it's too much. It's I know all the side effects. I know I know exactly how like the doctor is thinking. Like it's just I had to pretend. I had to like physically erase my brain. Like the what were they called? You know, those little shaky boxes that they had in the 90s, where you would etch a sketch. It feels like I have to like shake my brain free from the information in order to um, take in like completely open as if with new eyes. Um, so uh, it, it's going well. She is a great doctor. I love her. Okay, she is She's professional and at the same time not stern, and she asked me relevant questions. Um, so I like her. So that's also a positive thing. I still haven't received time for the psychologist. I'm trying to take a step back from my friends because I'm a little bit worried about getting too desperate and like messaging them something like shattering, you know. My colleagues at work are very helpful. There's that colleague at work that helps me drive. We drove and there was a sunset. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, I missed the Northern Lights, which like I always miss the Northern Lights. I don't know why. And now like I don't know when next time the Northern Lights come all the way down south to where I am again. So apparently you could see the Northern Lights even down in France, if there was a clear sky. But yeah, so I missed that, but it's because I was having such trouble with my sleep. Anyway, um, so yeah, she's been helpful, and my supervisor has been very helpful. She is basically like, I have my eye on you. Like, she's going to check out like that I'm not going to get like feel worse. So she has her room on the other side of the corridor from me, so we have our doors slightly open, so we can say hi to each other from the other side of the corridor. I don't like people observing me, but it's okay if they have nice intent, which she does. And then there's another doctor who's a bit of a mess. He used to be a neurosurgeon, and then he decided to change jobs to become um, a generalist. But his way of showing his affection is by shouting out my name as loud as possible whenever he sees me, um, which is a little bit embarrassing if it's like there's patients around and stuff. And there are people who have like said like if you want to talk, like this is such an amazing team of people, such an amazing group of friends. It's just unfortunate that the working conditions sometimes are a little bit lacking. It's just the acute times are a bit much. Anyway, that is all I had to say about that. I do have my working colleagues at sometimes they kind of want to help in strange ways. We have a doctor who's from Lithuania, and I got this pill from her. It's Xanax. Xanax is in general like a big no-no in Sweden. I know that in the US a lot of people like eat Xanax, but I've only prescribed Xanax once, and it was because I was a coward and I couldn't say no to a patient who was really demanding. And I felt guilty for like weeks after. Basically, nobody in this country gets prescribed Xanax. So she'd gotten it from Lithuania because she has panic attacks. So she said like take a tablet if this like the sertraline the first 2 weeks are when you have the most side effects, with like more anxiety and more depression. If it gets too much, I have that. So that's one way to help, I guess. I don't know. Kind of scuzzy. But and also my boss also did something kind of scuzzy, is that he is actually asking my clinic who I have as a doctor, so that we know if it's somebody that I know. And if we can get a quicker time to the psychologist, which is kind of corruption, but I didn't say no. Okay, I didn't say no. So that is all about my update about my life. What I did want to talk about was herons. That herons are a sign of change and transformation. Um, and I see herons a lot when it's like a pivotal point of my life. Um, of course, it could just be that it's at this time of year, but at the times I've seen herons, I'm talking about gray herons. They only have those in Sweden. They have storks in Sweden too, but herons, they're the gray ones. Blue. Is that they come back from migration in at this time of year, February, March. But they stay, and I've seen the herons at the time of transformation in August once, and every time it's a time where I'm insecure about change, and the heron comes to talk about that. It brings good fortune. It's also like telling you to like forge your own path according to different folklore. I did my research on the internet about this. Last time I saw a heron, I was talking to my NFJ friend beforehand. And he came swooping in. It was majestic. It was beautiful. And that felt like kind of a pivotal moment between us. And then there was another time, which was when I was looking for a residency. I saw a heron on that day when I had my interview. I also saw a heron the day after I met the psychologist last year, when I realized that I didn't want to go to that person. I also I've seen a heron when when I first moved to Sweden. So I think that I'm kind of connected to them in some weird way. This is kind of mumbo jumbo spirituality, but I think that we do interpret symbols to get through everyday life. This is what NI does all the time. It's not like the natural thing that I do, but I do see, like, I can make up my own stuff. It's not the same as like actually seeing symbols, like seeing the world like that, seeing meaning and stuff. But I can't help but think that there is some kind of connection there. I also have connections to frogs and to giraffes, but herons are the ones that I have seen in real life, obviously, because giraffes don't live in Sweden, but except in zoos. But herons are just like connected to me in some weird way, and it makes me feel comforted to see them. I saw one. He was standing on the ice, just completely still, and they're a symbol of transformation, a symbol of change, a symbol of like not being afraid to go your own way, your own path, even though other people might object. It's also like to trust your instincts and keep moving. So they're kind of a liminal space kind of animal. Like they fly, but they also are by water, and they walk kind of, it's like majestic, but also kind of gangly and kind of awkward. They're awkward and graceful at the same time. they're kind of creepy, but at the same time gentle. And I just feel very connected to that. And I was wondering if you guys are feel connected to any animals, um, any symbols. I know that some S types are really into symbols, and they will attach a lot of meaning to it because they're not really used to using their intuition, so they're pretty blunt with using their intuition. I know my ISFJ friend's mom, when well, her husband, my Italian friend's dad, died, she would be seeing feathers everywhere, as if, and she's religious, so she's an ESFJ. Um, so she believed that like it was angels. Um, I I don't really believe in like that kind of thing because it feels a little bit too simple. Like as an intuitive, like we want to go deeper. We want to do like more complex things than just like angels, you know. For me, it's like the symbol of the heron connects to me personally, um, and can mean so many different things. And it's like a story. It's not just like, oh, I see herons when there's like like a like it's. I have thought this out. Okay. Yeah, I think that as intuitives we're a little bit more subtle on how we use symbols, abstraction when it comes to real life things. But tell me what you guys think. Um, Sorry about like half this video was just about my life, but you seem to want to know about that, so that's on you. Okay. Also, thank you for the people who donate to my coffee. Thank you to Carm. Um, and thanks for the people who put up YouTube videos that I love to watch. Um, yeah. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.